Hello, your friendly neighborhood Mr. Stone here, and today we are going to be looking at how to convert units. So I have a question here, which is 1 yard is how many centimeters? I don't know that off the top of my head, so how can I get there? Well, we can work with units and we can change between different types of units by thinking of the good old a divided by a. Any number, a is just a number, okay? Any number divided by itself is what? It's 1. Effectively, this is what we mean when we say something cancels out. It doesn't really cancel out. I mean, it's not like disappearing, but if you divide something by itself, it will become 1. Using that same line of thought, we are able to effectively cancel out units. So let me, I used to be able to move that up more. All right. So 1 yard, let me start listing what I do know. 1 yard is 3 feet. Also, 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And here's the weird one. Here's the one that I would recommend that you know. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters, approximately. I think there's a little bit of rounding going on there, but effectively, that will work. So now that we know this, we can start with what we've got over here, 1 yard, and we're going to multiply it by ratios that will help us cancel out what we don't want. So notice that I've got yards there. Well, if I am multiplying, really this is just like if I had a times 1 over a. And remember, when you multiply a fraction, you multiply the numerator times the numerator and the denominator times the denominator. Well, this is really a over 1. Any number that's there can be put over 1. So you've really got a over 1 times 1 over a, which gives us, again, a over a, which we said was 1, which is what we want, because then that a goes away. So we want to put yards down here. And what do we know that yards is connected to? Well, it's connected to feet, so I can put that up top. And I've got 3 feet per 1 yard. When I multiply these two, really this is 1 over 1, and there's no other unit on the bottom there, the yards would cancel out. So instead I'm left with, well, what's 1 times 3? Well, that's an easy one. 1 times 3 just gives me 3, and 3 feet, because that's the unit right now that I've got left that did not cancel. So let's build on that. And I've got these other spaces here. I can, let me actually leave that guy be. It's just kind of like I'm getting ahead of myself here. Sometimes I get too excited. Oop, I don't want that. All right, so again, our goal here is we want to go from yards all the way to centimeters. So I'm going to keep what I've got up there. Okay. But now I want to cancel out feet. Well, feet, I know that I've got feet to inches. So I've still got, this is my unit right now because that's what didn't cancel. So then I need to put feet on the bottom in the denominator, so that cancels. Well, 12 inches. Inches is the new unit, and feet would go on the bottom. So again, when we multiply this across, and this is really 1 over 1, the yards cancel. I'm multiplying by feet, but then I'm dividing by feet, so that cancels. Now my unit, whatever it will be in inches, which is not quite what I want. I want centimeters. So put that in the numerator there because we don't want to get rid of the centimeters. We want to include that. We do want to get rid of the inches. So 2.54 centimeters per 1 inch. And now, when this gets multiplied there, that cancels out the inches unit. So what I'm left with is really 1 times 3 times 12 times 2.54. Everything is over 1. I can put that down there too. That's just 1. So this one actually worked out really easy and really nice. And if I multiply everything there, that gives me 91.44 centimeters. And that's what I was looking for. And now I can actually see that 91.44 is what 1 yard would be in centimeters. You can also work on this when you're thinking about speed and distance. And I used to be able to scroll this thing up more, but I can't now. Oh well. Suppose you drive at 55 miles per hour for 3 hours. Okay? We can get the same type of usage here out of what we just did for something, even though the units are a little bit different. Look at this miles per hour. Literally, it's 55 miles per hour. Yeah? If I'm going 55 miles per hour and I travel for 3 hours, that's over 1, and I've got no other unit down there because it's just hours. I'm not hours per anything, it's just hours. So check it out. The same thing is going to happen here. If you divide by hours and you multiply by hours unit, they will effectively cancel each other out. So you're left with 55 times 3, which is 165 miles. So if you drive at 55 miles per hour for 3 hours, you will go a distance of 165 miles. That is the power of converting between units with a little bit of algebraic thinking. So look this over, see if you have any questions, and bring them in. We will talk about them. All right? Thank you for your time. Have a great day.